Hey guys, it's Michelle with Monarch Graphics and Design, and today we are going to do this design here. I'm going to show you how to create this banner here, and so we're going to be using the Polygonal Lasso tool. We're going to be doing that and adding a stroke. We're going to be duplicating some layers. We're going to be flipping some layers. So anyway, let's get started. So we're going to go to File, New, and change this to whatever you want. It's basically, if you're making a t-shirt, it's basically whatever your manufacturer wants. And it should be on their website, and if not, you need to ask. But the first time you go and try and upload an image that's too small, they'll tell you what size you need. Alright, so just type in whatever it is that you need and press OK. And then we've got this transparent background, which is what we want for t-shirt design. This one here just has a green background so we can see what we're doing since the banner is white. So I will go ahead and just color the background here. Get on the paint tool and just color the background. So the first thing we're going to do is make a new layer. And we'll just go ahead and call it banner middle. It's the main part of the banner. So we're going to take this rectangle tool here and we're going to click on it. If yours is a different shape, just either hold down, left click and hold down, or you can right click and it'll pop up. Right clicking is a little bit easier. Takes a second when you left click. And then you have all these options up top here. I would go ahead and choose your color. That would be the first thing I would do. Just, it makes it a little bit easier. So we are just going to draw a banner. Okay, so that is the easiest part. Then we're going to right click and we're going to duplicate the layer, and we're going to push OK. We'll pull it down here and then Control T, and we're going to make it smaller, about, I don't know, a third, a quarter of the size. But the reason we duplicated it is so that it's the same width. Push the check mark, make sure we're on our move tool, and then just move it wherever it looks good, however long you want it, but about halfway there. And okay, so we're gonna rename this, and we're gonna write left. Then we're going to do a couple of different things. Let me move this just a hair. Okay. So with our left layer clicked, we're going to go up here to this tool here, the Polygonal Lasso tool. There's 3 different ones in there. Okay, so we're going to go to this middle one here. I found it easier if you just kind of start in the corner here and you click on it, and then a line will come up, and what we're trying to do is cut out like the tail, like if you would snip it with some scissors. So go to where you think the middle is and click, and then make another line. And see, it doesn't have to be exact. And then click. And then I'm going to click up here, and then I'm going to click down here. And then I'm going to show you something because it's not going to work. So I'm going to click delete. See, didn't work. So, oh, I have these labeled wrong. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna right click and we have to raster size the layer. And then we click delete. And then Control D to get the marching ants to go away. Okay, and then the second thing we're gonna do is we're going to make another layer. And we're gonna go to New, Layer, and we'll call this Triangle. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing. Click, and we can adjust it so it doesn't have to be perfect. Click, click, and click. And then we're going to get like a grayish color, get our bucket tool, and color it. Okay, and then I'm going to zoom in because we need to get it into place. I'm going to Control D to unselect that, and then Control T to kind of transform it so we can get it into place. I'm going to hit my check mark, and then I'm going to use my arrow keys to get it where I want it. Okay, and that's where I want it. So now we're going to take our triangle and our left, and we're going to hold the shift key to select both layers. We're going to click, right click, and we're going to merge the layers. And we'll go ahead now and rename this left. And then we're going to right click and duplicate the layer, and we'll name it right. And I'm going to pull it down here just so you can see it. And then we're going to go to Edit. Make sure you're on the correct layer here. And we're going to go to Transform. And we're going to flip horizontal. Okay. And then we're going to just put this into place. And it should snap into place if you have the snap here checked under View. Okay, so there is our banner. So now we're gonna curve it a little bit. So now we're going to select our left or the bottom layer and the top layer and hold the shift so that all three layers are selected. And we're gonna right, and we're gonna go ahead and merge. So we can just name this banner. Now we're going to go to Edit, Transform, and Warp. Okay, and then it gives you these little points here, and then you just click and drag. So you just click it and drag it to wherever you think it looks good. And you can kind of just play with these and see how you like it. If you want to see what it looks like, you just hit the check. And then if you don't like it, you just go back to Image and you go back to Transform, or Warp, I'm sorry. I think this looks pretty good though. I'll do it just a little bit more just so it's a little more dramatic for the video. Just click and drag. Okay, and I think that's pretty good. So that's how you would make a banner for any reason. And me zoom in here just real quick. You can kind of see here that this isn't perfect. It doesn't need to be, but I just wanted to show you this. You would click on your marquee tool. You can just do rectangle, and you just click and drag it, and then hit delete. And then see it deletes that section. Which now I made it worse, but I just wanted to show you that. Okay, and then I would, I'd go ahead and add a stroke, but I want to add a pink stroke, so I'm going to wait until we add the ribbon so I can get the exact color. And then, so like I said, this is a basic banner, and you can use it for anything. A little more advanced step would be back when we didn't merge it, when we just had these triangles, would be to add a stroke to the triangles before you merged it. So, you know, either way, however you like it. Okay, so let's go ahead and add the words. Click on our text tool. Click OK. Click on our move tool and get it in here. And then with our text double clicked, we're going to go here and we're just going to go to arc, and we don't want it that much. So you just kind of bend this however much, you know, however much you bent your banner. So however you did your banner, you just kind of make it fit. So like that. And then we'll change the color on that as well after we place the ribbon. So we're going to go to File and Place. And hopefully I can find it quickly. Here we go. Hit the check mark. Okay, so I'm going to show you something else really quick. I'm going to go ahead and just turn these off really fast for a minute. I want to edit this ribbon here a little bit. So we're going to go down here and add a layer mask. And we're going to click on our brush. Make sure we have just a round brush. Bracket keys to make it bigger and smaller. Left makes it smaller, right makes it bigger. And I just want to get rid of some of these. And it's basically like using the eraser tool, but say, oh, I slipped. You switch it to white and then you paint back in whatever you want. So if you have it on black, it erases it out. Well, it doesn't really erase it, but it, you know, deletes that selection, and then you turn it to white and it pastes that selection back in. So we're going to turn it on black here and delete some of this stuff in here. Just to get rid of some of these little extras. Just because I want to, just because I want to show you how to do this. And this is kind of a better alternative than using the eraser tool, which I've showed you in the past. So, but these are beginner videos, so in the beginning I just wanted to show you, you know, the easy ways to do things. Okay, so I want to go Control T make it just a little bit bigger. Hold my shift to keep the proportion, keep it proportionate. We're gonna go ahead and drag, click and drag this one down to the bottom so that it goes behind the banner. And then on my survivor here, I'm gonna double click my text and I'm gonna click on my color, and then I'm gonna click on this pink so that my text turns the exact same shade of pink. Go ahead and click the check, and then I'm gonna click on my banner here on this right side over here to get this window here to show up. The other way that you can do it is down here you can click FX, and then these show up. So if you know exactly which one you want, you can click on that. I just prefer to do it this way. So we're gonna go ahead and add a stroke, and we're gonna go to color, and we're gonna click on our pink here to get the exact same pink, and then I'm gonna just reduce this to 50, and just go ahead and reduce this to like 4 is good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do a drop shadow, and I'm gonna just increase this. I'm gonna push OK here for just a second, so I want to zoom in. Okay, we're gonna go back here. We're gonna click on drop shadow, and I'm gonna click on the 100% opacity for right now, and for distance I'm just gonna really put it out there just so I can, so this way if it's dark and far you can see it, and then you can play with, you know, the spread, and you can play with the size. Okay, so then what I like to do, and then you can play with the angle too. So like when it's dark like this, that's what I like to do. Okay, so then once you get it, you know, wherever you want it, then you can set it for whatever you want, and then I'm going to turn down the opacity to 50. That's just how I like to do it, because then that way when it's darker you can kind of see it better, and you know, it just makes it look a lot. It just makes it easier, at least I find it does. And then push OK. And then we're going to go ahead and just zoom back out, Alt, and scroll my mouse. Then we're going to take all the layers, you know, except for the background here. So we're going to click on the top layer, hold the shift button, and click on the bottom layer so that all 3 layers are selected. Make sure we're on our move tool, and then we're going to go up here and align horizontal centers, and then that way everything is lined up. Okay guys, that's it. We went over how to make this banner here. We used these lasso tools. We used some marquee tools, or the rectangle tool, text layers. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. We have a Facebook group, and the link is in the description below. I would love for you guys to join our Facebook group, and I would really love to see you guys follow one of my videos and then post your work after following my video. That would be awesome. But if not, there's other videos in our group, and there's other people who have posted what they did by following that video. And so it's great for learning. It doesn't matter what your skill level is, if you're just beginning, if you're an expert, whatever. For the Facebook group, we just want to see your work. We want to see what you're working on. If you have any questions, if you need any help. Just a great place to hang out and get some information and share ideas. So be sure to subscribe to the channel so you know when I upload more videos. And I will see you guys next week. Take care. Bye-bye.